an Australian, and ever since I passed through Southampton on my arrival in Britain a year ago, I've meant to return here for a closer look around the famous port. Southampton is a very busy place, and I suppose that this old stone arch could well be a symbol of the city which has become, for me and many others, the ocean gateway to Britain. About 300,000 passengers disembark each year at the port of Southampton, with nearly the same number sailing out. This, in fact, amounts to more than half of all the country's ocean-going traffic. The port is located at the wide mouth of a river on the south coast of England, and this forms one of the greatest natural harbours in the world. Great cargo and passenger buildings line the dockside, and this is where my own ship tied up. Over 22,000 passengers a year from Australia and New Zealand alone pass through this passenger building when they come to visit Britain. The building is quiet and empty now, but when a great ocean liner arrives, the place really springs to life. The whole world meets here at Southampton. Cargo and passengers from Europe and Africa, Asia and America, in fact from pretty well everywhere. Southampton town stretches right down to the port, and London is only 80 miles away. This is the ocean dock, which accommodates the largest liners on the North Atlantic route. This is really what I came to see, for I was told that to watch one of the big transatlantic liners glide majestically in is a memorable experience. Everything here is carefully organized, and the dockside is ready for today's arrival of the Queen Elizabeth. Another great liner was already in dock at Southampton during my visit, the Elizabeth's famous sister ship, the Queen Mary. I became so absorbed that I nearly forgot about the Queen Elizabeth. She's due to dock alongside the ocean terminal in half an hour. Thousands of miles across the Atlantic, yet right on time. Positioned alongside the terminal, exactly in her allotted space, with the whole operation carried out more simply than when we try to park our cars. It has to be. Otherwise, these telescopic gangways wouldn't be sited opposite the doors of the liner. From the moment passengers first embark at their overseas port to the time they step ashore and leave the terminal building, they can remain under cover without ever getting wet. These covered gangways, which seem more like hotel corridors, effectively join the ship and the building together into one unit. Over 100,000 travelers pass through the ocean dock every year. While luggage is being unloaded and prepared for customs examination, passengers can relax and make use of the many facilities of the terminal waiting halls.
We would like to remind the passengers proceeding by train who are not yet of their rail tickets to kindly obtain these from the booking desk in the waiting hall before proceeding to the counter.
Luggage is arranged in alphabetic order in the customs hall, so that a passenger is able to locate his own property within a few seconds. A very large team of porters is on hand to carry bags and suitcases to the boat train outside. So great is the passenger traffic at Southampton that special railway stations have been built alongside the docks, and trains such as this carry the Queen Elizabeth's passengers straight to London in only 90 minutes. Others are collected in friends' cars, while some even brought their own cars over in Elizabeth's hold. On the other side of Ocean Dock, another famous transatlantic liner completes a voyage. This is the Mauretania, a member of the same fleet as the Queen Elizabeth. Again, the docking operation takes place with an extraordinary ease, dignity and confidence. Meanwhile, preparations for the Queen Elizabeth's turnaround are in motion. She's due to sail again with a fresh load of passengers within 48 hours. Stores and provisions for over 2,000 passengers and the 1,300 crew must be taken on. It's a mammoth undertaking, calling for a shopping list large enough to meet the needs of a small town. Cargo and mail have to be loaded quickly and without fuss. On board, a host of minor repairs and checks must be carried out. Parts of the ship may require some paint. Overall repainting is done when she goes into dry dock for her periodic checkup. The ship herself has to be refueled. And all these preparations must be made ready by the time the first boat train pulls in from London. Sometimes the turnaround has to be carried out within 24 hours. Once again, the covered gangways provide a corridor from shore to ship. And within minutes, the Queen Elizabeth is ready to depart on another journey across the Atlantic. The whole business is carried out so smoothly that it passes unnoticed by most of the 15,000 people employed in the docks. For the dignified coming and going of proud ships, however magnificent and impressive in the eyes of a visitor, is almost a daily routine for this great and important ocean gateway.